I was thinking about it. There are some things I'm absolutely very proud of. Beginning probably with the expansion of our education program, something that not everybody sees. If you come here during the school year, you would see it because we have many, many more kids from Talbot County, but also from Dorchester, Kent, Queen Anne, Caroline, all of the surrounding counties as well. And hiring a full-time educator was the smartest thing I did there. Yeah. And she's been great, Constance Del Nero. So that's one of the things that I think will last and have meaning for the whole community for a long time. Added to that are the expansion of the programs that we've done here, just teaching classes, adult classes. We have a more structured curriculum now. We've brought in more advanced classes, instructors from beyond right here, coming down from Baltimore, Annapolis, DC, and also students coming from longer distances. And that's due a lot to the work of Katie Cassidy, who's really helped organize that and build it so that someone could come here and begin taking classes and get to some place that is meaningful so that they could get to a place where they really can have some skill. And let me add to that, sorry if I think about this, we added a digital studio. You know, we don't have a darkroom anymore, so for those fans of the darkroom, it's not the world that it once was, but if we would go down the hall, you would see a room full of school-age children learning about graphic design. And we've had people come in learning about Photoshop and other software related to photography, and other classes are on the books. What has been also very noteworthy are the quality of the exhibitions that we've been able to bring. You know, right now, closing soon, we have these exhibitions of the woodwork of Vico van Voss and American landscapes from a local collection. So really resources that are in our area that we can bring to a wider audience. And they've been very well received. But in the past years, a couple of years, Mark Rothko, fantastic, you know, one of the most important artists of the 20th century. We brought the artist Pat Steer here, and then really I think a lot of people have talked about James Turrell, building an installation, site-specific installation, something you could experience here and nowhere else. And at the same time that he was having exhibitions at the Guggenheim and at the LA County Museum and the Houston Museum of Fine Arts and here in Easton. So I like to think that we have aspirations, and I don't think that's going to stop here. You know, we have a wonderful curator with Anke van Wagenberg, and in fact the whole staff has been marvelous, and I think thinking about Janet Hendricks and Beth Jones, what they've done in programs or in development allows us to reach many, many more people. I would say that an institution like ours, an art center and museum, can really impact the life of the community, and that there's a lot of openness. We have coming up here in Easton the Plein Air Festival. That's certainly an indication that people are interested in the arts. Waterfowl has such a huge artistic component, and we feel, or I feel, that the Academy Art Museum has played an expanding role in the community, and that's a takeaway that really, even if we are small, we can have a large impact. And what I hear back, people don't tell me the bad things maybe, but they've been pleased. They've been pleased at the variety of things that are offered, at the quality, so being attentive to exhibitions and instructors who are really top flight pays off. And it really does. Even if sometimes you have to stretch your budget or work a little harder to raise a little more money, it's worth it. There are some things left to be done in education. We would like to tie what we're doing in tie it in closer to the curriculum of the public school system in Maryland and in Talbot County, and that hasn't happened. We've been looking at some sort of a building expansion in some way, but we have some restrictions on what we can do with our building, and we have a pretty tight footprint, so that's a challenge that has yet to be met. I think the other thing that I would have liked to have done is expand the collection even more. We did add some important works. We've continued to add important works to the collection. Rembrandt, Picasso, Mondrian, and other less well-known artists as well. And I think that has to continue. The vitality of the museum depends on growing the collection. What we want to do, or what I think the museum needs to continue doing, is try to keep an eye on both quality, so go for great names, but also what makes all of this possible is a pretty tight fiscal management. Don't overreach. Don't get yourself in a position where you're unsustainable, and keep listening to your audiences, and expand your audiences. One other program, and this was just a few weeks ago, that what has turned out to be very successful is the annual Juneteenth festivities. And we've worked closely with the Frederick Douglass Society, but also with other organizations associated with the African American community, with sororities and churches and civic groups, so that we can expand the sense of who we serve. I think we've always served or tried to serve the whole community, but an event like this makes it more evident. Even if it's just one day a year, I think it can help change attitudes, and that a work of art, a powerful work of art, and that can be small or large, can be, I've used the phrase transformative, that you can look at a work of art, and if you're in the right frame of mind, it can take you to another place, whether that's spiritual, contemplative, however you want to, religious, you can use whatever phrase you like, but I strongly believe that art takes you to other places, can engage with those types of those questions about the human condition and human existence, just the same way that one of the responsibilities of art is to engage with the issues of our time. Mm-hmm. And some of the art that we've presented, I wouldn't say that that's been our banner to have social revolution, but questions of environment, race, war. If you looked around here, you would see that artists over time, these are not new subjects in the last couple hundred years.